Let's move on to the next picture.
Another one? What about the painting you said I was here to evaluate? What's going on? What are you doing to me?
Don't worry, Maestro. It's just a small test. One more picture, and we're done.
Another map?
Do you recognize this place?
It looks familiar. Yes, I know. An art gallery.
Describe the art gallery for me.
It's crowded. An exhibition will start soon. Wait, there's an empty frame?
Yep, okay, thought so.
But why?
Exactly. Why is that?
Give me just a moment. No. It can't be that either. But then, who took it? The real painting.
It's fine. Take your time.
Okay, we're back to the music. I was thinking there's no order to this. Probably should be in alphabetical order just to make things sensible. Now Elvira, I think, is currently talking to 2 people. Or there were certainly 2 people in there before. They might have moved away. Oh, there they are. There's 2 people. That leaves me with 4 spare names. We've got here. We've got our other character there. So where are the other 2? Unless they come in later. That might be the case, actually. I'm actually going to add Maestro, because I think he's here for... He's just here. I don't know why... Maybe this guy who was shouting. Oh, and then there's... Yeah, well, there's several people who it could be. But I might just follow George this time. And see if he provides anything. The thing is, this is clearly to tempt you to fast forward, which I am actually tempted to do, because I've already got the achievement for some reason. Which is really weird. Like, you're making it so that people want to fast forward, because you've not written enough stuff for this. I just don't see the point of going for the achievements. I mean, if I can get the achievements, brilliant, but...
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Sean. Yes. Nice to see you again. Oh, and Ms. Reeves is here too.
Yes. That's back at the art gallery mission we did.
The painting was stolen. Someone stole my painting. No, that's not it. I had my own painting stolen. It was part of my exhibition. I spent so much time and effort on my painting. I would never let someone steal it. It was all part of my plan. Yes, the painting was retrieved in the end too. The lost art returned.
And that drove him mad.
I'm afraid your symptoms haven't improved.
What are you talking about? Didn't you ask me to evaluate paintings for you?
This was an evaluation, except it was a psychiatric one. We call it the thematic apperception test.
What? A psychiatric evaluation?
Yes, tailor-made for your symptoms. I also use role-play therapy to supplement the effects. Unfortunately, the results are far from promising.
What's wrong with me, exactly?
We used images to hypnotize you, allowing you to see and hear things from your past. When you saw an interrogation, you could remember the stories Silver Spoon told you. The problem is, when you saw the image reflecting yourself, you weren't able to differentiate between delusion and reality. you sank further and further into your own fantasy story, allowing you to escape from the bleakness of your own reality. You staged the whole theft. Quite a coincidence, and a little too convenient, don't you think?
George! Doctor! What you said... I don't quite understand.
Don't worry about it. You know everything you need to know. Now, answer me one question. Who are you?
I'm the No.
Oh,
No, I'm... Patient number 29. Yes.
There you go. Perfect. Now, just make sure you keep taking your medication on time.
I don't think he's actually mad.
And trust me, you will get better.
All right.
It's one of you.
Patient 29 shows little improvement. If anything, his symptoms may be worsening. For situations with which he has an anecdotal connection, he is able to discern the projected narrative from reality. But in cases where he has direct experience, his ability to distinguish between the two is severely blurred. Prognosis remains guarded. I strongly recommend continued treatment with antipsychotic medications, as well as TAT and role-playing therapy to see if conditions improve. And we should schedule him for a full reassessment in 6 weeks' time.
Well, Maestro's asleep, so I would assume that... Unless he goes to talk to someone and says, we got him.
Why isn't the gate locked?
Okay, so he's...
Doc, I need you to
So he's a real doctor. Okay.
turn over the key to room 4.
Huh? Who are you? How did you get in?
I'm a police officer. We're here to investigate a case.
Police? Who let you in? Do you have a search warrant?
Of course I do. It's right in here. Yeah, right there. Just on that table over there.
Oh dear.
Ah!
Hey, why'd you knock out George? What did he do?
Was in the way. Wanted to see our search warrant.
See if he's got the key on him.
Alright, well, we've got 5
Here.
names left.
Found them.
Oh, 6, sorry.
Tony and I'll check out room 4. You clean this up.
On it.
Which is for this one.
Which one's the key to room 4?
Hell if I know. Maybe one of the bigger ones?
Hello? Anybody in here?
We know. On out already.
What?
What?
Empty. You
All
escaped
done
them?
back there.
What's going on here? Don't tell me our ghost made like a ghost.
This doesn't make any sense. This room's at the very end of the hall. He'd have to go by my room to get out. And I've had eyes like a hawk on that door this whole damn time. Hell, I was still paying attention during that whole crazy act earlier.
No, man. Something's not right. Look at the dust on the floor. Gotta be at least an inch thick. The only sets of footprints in here are yours and mine. No one's been in here for a long time.
Well, I'll be damned. But there's no way in hell I was wrong. Let me check again. No one under the bed. Huh. What about this big chest here? You don't think he hid the money in it, do you?
A chest? Wait, don't touch it!
What the? A trap!
That fucker played us like a fiddle. Now he knows we're here. We need to pull out.
In here I thought fiddlers stuck to roofs nowadays.
You know, I'd much prefer you use that mental energy to get us the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, 'cause I can just waltz out of here looking like this.
All we need is a little improv. Tony, arrest him. We'll escort him right out of the building.
Huh. Good idea.
Arrest? That's...
March. We've got our man. Let's get back to the precinct.
Sir, you got the wrong guy.
Move it.
I'm sick, I
I can
tell
move
you.
it.
Listen, Emily.
You do this to me.
Okay, so reach the end, play it again. Right. We don't have your name yet. We've got a couple of people here. We've got this fellow in there. We've got a few people in the toilet. Oh, there's a toilet there as well. Where was the library? A library was mentioned. We know he's not.
Nellie. Nellie. What you writing, huh?
What's going on outside? I heard a bunch of people talking, but then it went quiet.
Ah, that was Mr. Director telling us about the test. He said we gotta take over the hospital so we can put a stop to it. Also, something about, you know, how the doctors are all actors, and we're really...
Shut up! He told us not to tell anyone, didn't he?
Whatever. I don't even want to know.
Look, you upset her.
It's all your fault. I told you to shut up!
Hey, Nellie, don't be mad. What you writing? Seriously.
You wouldn't understand even if I told you.
I know what she's writing.
Oh, yeah? And how the hell would you know, huh?
You ain't her. Well, you ain't me either. How do you know I don't know?
Exactly. I ain't you, so I don't know if you know or not. But you certainly ain't her, so you don't know squat, you big ignoramus.
Silver spoon.
Oh, so you finally decided to talk to me, huh?
Do you know who you are?
I'm, me, I guess.
No, you aren't. I'm me.
Okay, so well, I assume he is, unless he's acting. But we won't make that
For
assumption. He's
once,
not.
think before you answer. It's not easy. That's why Mr. Director's so terrified about the test.
Wait, you know about the test too?
Why wouldn't I? It's called TAT, and it involves a series of repeated questions that try to get the test subject to make up a logical story based on their own desires, emotions, motives, and personal experiences. Most participants end up projecting their own subconscious onto a character in the made-up story without even realizing it.
So, that's what it is.
Doesn't sound like such a big deal to me.
Yes, and it wouldn't be if it were just that. The problem is, this hospital is doing more than just a simple test. Something much more intense.
Huh? Like what?
They put extreme pressure on the test subjects, causing them to lose themselves in the stories they make up. Even once the test is over, they lose track of reality, which can lead to the development of multiple personalities. And those whose minds are already weak, they lose track of who they are altogether. Textbook delusional right there.
Ha! Well, I'll be. No wonder Mr. Director's about to shit his shorts. Don't concern me, though.
Oh yeah? Then how about this scenario? Deep down, you, me, all of us constantly struggle with our own issues. Pretty normal, right? Well, during the test, people tend to project those conflicting thoughts onto different characters in the stories they make up. Each thought becomes its own character, constantly engaged in a bitter, back-and-forth argument with its other half. Until, finally, they lose the ability to become one again.
That's impossible. Wait, is she talking about us?
I'm calling BS.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not the one running the tests. I just wanted to let you know to be prepared. And more importantly, don't forget who you are.
Now I'm actually kind of intrigued. Sounds a little, I don't know, fun. No one's ever been able to give me a run for my money before.
Oh, what do you know? Sounds like some kind of, I don't know, metaphysical test.
Metaphysical my ass. It's a scam, pure and simple. And you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I am unscammable.
Oh, shut up. I need to think.
Thinking never did you any good. Metaphysical. Whatever. I'm gonna hit the hay.
Okay, so Spoon's definitely a patient. I'm not sure about Nellie. We've got one person here. We've got two in here. And then we've got the person who was acting as a doctor. We know that he and James aren't Ghost. And that Tony, Elvira, and this fellow aren't.
Are both of you patients here?
Yes.
Speak for yourself. I ain't no lunatic. But you are. I told you I ain't.
What's going on here? Are you okay?
It was my older brother. He has mental problems. Shut up! I'm as sane as ever. You're the crazy one.
I'm crazy?
Sorry, officer. I was talking to my brother.
All right, then. Ma'am, mind if I ask what you're in here for?
I'm a reporter.
Before you got sick, you mean? I actually did want to know what it was that got you committed.
Are you a police officer?
Okay,
Yeah.
she's here undercover.
Will you believe the things I'm about to tell you?
Depends. Let me hear 'em first.
I'm a reporter. A few months ago, I received a tip saying this hospital was conducting some kind of clandestine experiments on its patients. I disguised myself and checked in to investigate. I've collected all the information I need, but now I can't prove I wasn't sick in the first place, or that I've recovered. So I'm stuck here with no way to publish my findings.
What exactly have you found?
Here, they use a treatment method on their patients called TAT, Thematic Apperception Test. But it's not the TAT most people know today. Rather,
I think.
they use the prototype used back during World War II. Basically, it brainwashes people. After the test, patients' memories will be completely erased, and they're conditioned as well. They're programmed to respond to certain sounds, after which they'll follow any command. The hospital then goes on to claim they've been cured, but the truth is, they're nothing more than soulless robots. Tell me, officer, if you were a patient, would you want to be cured that way? You've absolutely got to get me out of here. I have to expose them. Check my notes. I've got all the evidence right here.
I gotta say, that sounds more like a sci-fi flick than reality. All right, let me see your notes. Wow, don't skimp on details, do you? Let me ask you something else. You ever notice any patients in here who seem like they don't belong? Like they're faking their illness?
Yeah, me.
And besides you?
Honestly, from what I've seen, at least 44% of the patients here are actually sane, but they've been committed regardless.
Right, so at least 44%. So that means that 4 out of 9 patients. So we've got 1, 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6, 7. And then there's 3 spare. Which are who are assumably all patients. So if we got 10 patients, James, Emily, Maestro, Spoon, unless she's counting herself, Nellie, this fellow and these 3, and then Mr. Director and Clap. Alright, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, she's counting everyone but herself. So that means 4 of those are definitely not real. Now, we know James isn't. We know that Mr. Director isn't. We know that he isn't. So that leaves maybe Clep? Because I think he was getting involved in things, wasn't he? So I think those 4.
Makes me think this hospital's next step is to experiment on normal people.
That's quite the theory. What about him, huh? Seems pretty legit. Schizophrenia, maybe.
He's sick, but it's not schizophrenia. You made a mistake any layman would make.
It's brought up.
What he has is called
Dissociative
dissociative
identity disorder.
That's where you have multiple personalities. In his case, 2. Huge difference between that and schizophrenia.
I see. That I'll have to remember.
Wait just a second. Aren't you getting me out of here?
Afraid I can't. At least, not yet. I'll come back once our investigation wraps up.
You don't believe me either, do you?
Ah.
Why you even bother, Nellie?
Journalists are the watchdogs of society.
Okay, so they're gonna
Locked.
That
sound chaser. I'm intrigued by what these are. It'd be nice if they told you what they were. Checked each room in the 5 maps. Oh. Do you ever talk? Do you guys talk? Well, let's restart and I'll go and... Hello? Not comforting. Play. I'm just I'm gonna fast forward now. It might be they never speak, but it'd be really helpful because I have to pin down who's who. To be able to continue. Unless I don't. But it'd be really useful to have an idea of... so, McMurphy, Oscar, and Ray, and Jennifer. We haven't got another lady, have we? Not that we've met so far. I've just wasted a lot of time by doing this. Bray, Oscar, McMurphy. I could go up and have a interact with him the next time we start. I'm taking Maestro off, actually. Because I think based on what she said, there's a number of people here who are legitimately sane, like Maestro.